A group of people is placed in a bunker and forbidden from engaging in sexual relationships. What happens next is revealed in the recap of the movie The Island. A man named Lincoln Six Echo has a strange dream. It involves a yacht, a beautiful girl in a white dress, and falls into the water, alongside with monsters, children, palm trees, screams, a motorcycle, and people in spacesuits. He wakes up startled with horror. Lincoln picks up his clothes. Absolutely all of them are white with black inserts. He steps out of the room and sees a crowd of identically dressed men. We learn that the calendar shows the year 2019. After a global catastrophe that caused mass extinction of humanity, the survivors live in a special isolated complex, closely monitored by the staff. People must adhere to special diet and engage in sports to maintain good health. Men live separated from women, and they all wear special bracelets on their arms. This complex has 3 prohibitions: no aggression, no alcohol, and no sexual relationships. Then how do they reproduce? Every day a lottery is held, and the winner gets sent to an island. It's a beautiful place where one can enjoy life without worries. A true oasis of nature. The lottery winner is congratulated, although many envy them since everyone wants to be in their place. Somehow, no one ever thinks their lives seem a bit strange. No one except for Lincoln. He has been living in the complex for almost 3 years. He is irritated by the constant diets and the meaninglessness of their lives in the bunker. But there is something pleasant about this place as well. It's a beauty named Jordan 2 Delta, his loyal friend. The girl shares her bacon with Lincoln. These two really like each other, but remember, no sexual relationships. Lincoln is invited to see the director of the complex, Dr. Merrick, for a medical examination. The doctor doesn't like our hero's behavior and his strange dreams. Lincoln asks too many questions, and it really annoys Dr. Merrick. The man assigns Lincoln to a special procedure, brain scanning using microsensor robots injected through the eye. Some more time goes by. The residents of the complex go about their business. Lincoln's task is to administer particular drugs that later are delivered through special tubes to their food. Our hero tries to explain to his friend Jordan that their lives in the complex are not entirely normal, but Jordan doesn't notice anything suspicious. All he cares about is figuring out the algorithm for winning the lottery and getting to the mysterious and beautiful island as soon as possible. A newcomer is brought to the sector. He behaves like a child and everyone laughs at him. Meanwhile, in the women's sector, one of the girls starts having contractions and falls to the floor. Wait, how did she get pregnant if reproduction is strictly forbidden here? It was probably IVF. The girl who is about to give birth now has the right to go to the island out of turn, along with her baby. Perfect, isn't it? Lincoln lies that his computer is broken, puts on a hazmat suit and heads to the technical sector to meet his friend, mechanic McCord. They chat about life, but the mechanic is called for a task. He asks Lincoln to not tell anyone about their friendship. Left alone, Lincoln catches a small insect. It's just a common dragonfly, but he has never seen such a creature in his life. He doesn't understand how a dragonfly appears here when all life on planet has died out. He is also very interested in a matchbox that McCord gave him. And here, we finally learn the truth about the complex. In one of the operational sectors, there are numerous capsules containing different people who resemble large embryos. But there are no children among them. When the time comes, the people have their umbilical cords cut and taken out of the capsule. The scientists call them products, and each one of them is given a special bracelet with an individual number on their wrist. Unsuspecting Lincoln engages in a virtual duel with Jordan. The girl defeats him, and they go to an alcohol-free party to enjoy healthy cocktails. Lincoln tells his friend about the dragonfly he found. Another lottery is held in the complex, and the winner is Jordan. The girl is very happy, but Lincoln is not thrilled at all. He remembers seeing Jordan's medical card on Dr. Merrick's desk during his visit and realizes it's not a coincidence. Lincoln secretly sneaks into a locked sector to understand what's going on. He releases the dragonfly and sees it flying towards the exit. Being free, the insect doesn't die, which means the story about the planet's catastrophe is an outright lie. Lincoln continues his journey and finds a hidden exit leading to a hospital. He puts on a doctor's uniform and witnesses horrific events. The pregnant girl we recently saw is injected with some deadly drug after giving birth. Her newborn baby is handed over to a woman who looks like a perfect copy of the poor girl. Lincoln also sees the guard catching a man who escaped from the operating room and who has recently won the lottery too. It turns out they were planning on extracting his liver. The man is caught and dragged back to the operating room. Lincoln is horrified. He is noticed by a guard who helps our hero to his feet. The man returns to the complex and rushes to the women's section to warn Jordan about the danger. Dr. Merrick notices Lincoln's absence and, using the surveillance camera, finds a video footage of him walking through the hospital in a doctor's uniform. He orders to find Lincoln and eliminate him. The complex announces a total lockdown, supposedly because Lincoln's 6 Echo is infected. Our hero finds Jordan and tries to explain everything to her. Lincoln begs his friend to run away with him. Taking advantage of the general panic, the couple makes their way towards the exit. They successfully overcome all the sectors of the massive complex and find themselves on the surface. Lincoln and Jordan see a vast desert before them. No signs of contamination. Our heroes realize that their entire life has been a complete deception. Dr. Merrick sends his best agents, including Albert Lauren from the Ministry of Defense, to pursue the fugitives. Merrick reveals the whole truth about his activities. He invented Agnato, an organic matrix for creating people, which allows skipping the childhood phase. This way, synthetic humans can be made as exact copies of the clients. After a year, the clone can be used, for example, for childbirth or organ transplant, as each cell of the product genetically replicates the original organs. But what about the moral and ethical aspects of this? Dr. Merrick has solved that problem too. Customers are lied to, saying that their clones are practically vegetables, supposedly devoid of consciousness, understanding, thoughts and feelings. They are not real people and should not be pitied. Initially, this was indeed true. However, the organs of such vegetative clones were of poor quality. So the scientists grew clones who believed they were real people, locked them in an old underground military bunker, and came up with a tale of global planetary pollution. Dr. Merrick informs Laurent that one of his clients, a wealthy lady named Sarah Jordan, had an accident and needs an organ transplant. The problem is that her clone, Jordan 2 Delta, escaped from the complex, and she urgently needs to be found. Laurent and his team patrol the area in helicopters. Our heroes run towards the city. On their way, they come across a bar, the address of which is also written on Lincoln's matchbox. There, the man hopes to find McCord. Jordan tries alcohol for the first time in her life. Lincoln finds his friend in the restroom and demands an explanation. The man takes the fugitive to his home and tells him the whole story. There was no ecological catastrophe. All the people in the complex are agnates, backup clones of their wealthy clients. Winning the lottery simply means that the person needs organs. If the truth is revealed, Merrick will face serious problems. By the way, clones are programmed with certain false memories of their past, but Lincoln is special. He has no fragments of his clients' memories. McCord gives our heroes new clothes and tells them to find their clients. He even buys them a ticket to Los Angeles, a very noble act. At the station, Lincoln and Jordan see children for the first time. They look at the babies with genuine excitement, but at that moment, Merrick's agents appear. They manage to locate Lincoln after all. McCord yells at our heroes to run away, and in the process gets shot in the chest. Lincoln and Jordan manage to board the train and escape the pursuit. Upon arriving in the city, our heroes use a special information directory to find their clients. They are model Sarah Jordan and designer Tom Lincoln. The girl calls Sarah's house and the receiver is picked up by her child. The baby thinks it's his mother. At the same time, the police along with Merrick's agents catch up with them. A shootout ensues, accompanied by chaos. The thing is, the clones must not fall into the hands of the authorities. So Merrick's agents attack not only the clones, but the police as well. Taking advantage of the situation, our heroes steal a turbo-powered motorcycle and speed away. They take off and crash into a building, destroying everything in their path. Jordan hangs on the edge of a skyscraper, but Lincoln manages to pull her onto the roof. Bullets are flying around them. A huge ladder on a building falls and knocks down a helicopter. But somehow, miraculously, Jordan and Lincoln survive as they cling to the construction nets. Meanwhile, Merrick enters the room of Lincoln's friend and learns that the man has also noticed something suspicious in the complex. The doctor takes his life and orders to compile a list of all the clones released in this series. They need to be eliminated immediately. Our heroes arrive at Tom Lincoln's mansion. After scanning the hero's retinas, they successfully gain access inside. There, Tom attacks Lincoln, but stops when he sees it's his own doppelganger. Lincoln tells his client the whole truth about the clones and learns that Tom is terminally ill. He will need a liver transplant. Tom removes the electronic bracelets from our heroes. In Tom's room, Lincoln notices a model of a yacht he often saw in his dreams. Our heroes want to reveal the truth about the clones to the world and ask Tom for help. However, the man has a completely different plan. He calls Merrick's company and reports that his clone has come to visit him. An extraction team is immediately sent there. Jordan suspects that Tom is tricking them and stays in his mansion. Tom, along with Lincoln, go to the TV news station, but along the way, he pulls out a weapon and puts it to the clone's head. They are immediately surrounded by Merrick's agents' cars, and even Laurent in a helicopter. Lincoln tries to escape and fights with Tom, causing their car to ram into numerous other vehicles. After getting out of the car, Tom and Lincoln continue fighting. Laurent catches up with them with a gun, but he doesn't know which one of them is the clone and which one is the original. Lincoln slips his electronic bracelet on Tom's hand, and Laurent shoots him. Now, Lincoln 6 Echo takes Tom's place in the world. He returns to the client's mansion and tenderly kisses Jordan. Of course, after the kiss, they both end up in bed. Merrick destroys all the remaining batches of his product. After eliminating all potentially dangerous clones, he organizes another lottery with multiple winners. Among them is John, Lincoln's friend. Our heroes want to save their friends from the complex. Jordan buys a lot of ice cream for the children using Tom's credit card. Unfortunately, she is discovered by Merrick's agents led by Lauren. Disguised as Tom, Lincoln flies in a helicopter to the company's office to address the issue with his clone and undergoes a rescan to create a new product, but instead, he knocks out one of Merrick's employees. Jordan is being prepared for an organ harvest, but she secretly carries a gun and successfully escapes from the laboratory. Meanwhile, pathologists examine Tom's body and notice that his bracelet is on the other hand, which means his clone is still alive. At the same time, the complex is in total chaos. Merrick locks all the lottery winners in a room and intends to set them on fire. Lincoln tries to disable the holograms that show inhabitants fake images of the supposedly contaminated surroundings, while Laurent unexpectedly switches sides and helps Jordan free the other clones. Lincoln wants to blow everything up, but Merrick appears and a fight breaks out between them. The doctor overpowers the clone and is about to take his life, but the clone suddenly fires an electroshock cannon. After that, an explosion occurs. The holograms are deactivated. The clones escape from the complex and they look around the outside world in astonishment. Lincoln and Jordan sail away on the yacht that our hero has seen many times in his dreams. A new life awaits them. Subscribe to our channel and enjoy quality content. You've been watching the Movie Cat channel. I'll see you later.